All right, fellas, here we go again. One more time, one more video. Man, I was going to type it up, but it's just too much. We had so much clutter going on with the teams that lost that if they had won, it could have really made it clear. And some teams won that if they had lost, would have made it clear. So, what I'm going to do is just simply walk through the divisions. There's a lot of potential situations here. So, I'm just going to try to clarify it as best I can verbally and we'll get some clarification definitely by Sunday. But here we go. NFC division. We got the Eagles locked in at 10-2. Illmatic is at 8-4 in second place. Not necessarily locked in. I honestly haven't looked at that division as closely as I did the AFC on the tiebreakers and records because there's three teams out of the four. There's three teams that can make it in those final two spots versus the AFC where there's four teams literally that's going for two spots. So Illmatic, they won six in a row. They're scoring. Probably going to have a really good shot at getting one of those wild card spots unless they fall off, which could happen. But right now at 8-4, they control their own destiny. They win their seventh in a row. Illmatic's going to get in. Crusher, Superfly. Crusher's going to get in on a wild card as well. So Illmatic and Crusher, they're in pretty good position despite getting into a top three or if they have to go into a wild card chase. The team that's threatened right now is Superfly, who's lost three in a row, and they're also not scoring as many points. They've been falling in points as well. So Marcus needs to rally the troops and get a win. And then depending, let's say him and Crusher win, then it goes by their head-to-head games. And honestly, I didn't look that up yet. So whoever won the head-to-head against them, between those two teams, will get that third position if they end up tied. So Illmatic, Crusher, pretty good shape. Superfly in a must-win situation for the most part. Not totally must-win, but really needs to win because he's 36 points behind Illmatic, 20 points behind me, 28 behind Killer Bees. And there's a few other, between Killer Bees and I think we'll bet your money is pretty much going to get in on record. So he's chasing three teams by at least 20 to 30 points. So Marcus needs to win. My boys at 781 points, still very much in the wild card chase, but I need a big game most likely to get in and hope that Crusher can get into that top three spot. I need to keep him out. And honestly, I probably need to even keep Illmatic out. So if I can keep Illmatic up there in the top three, get Crusher in the top three, then I'm going against Superfly, at least in our division, for a wild card spot and have a 20-point lead on him. So that's kind of how that division is working out. AFC, a little bit more complicated. Just for fun is in. Bet Your Money is in, even though they could end up in a four-way tie for those final two spots. The way that would work is you have to do a head-to-head, almost like a round-robin review of those four teams to determine who has the winning records as far as between those four teams. Right now, Bet Your Money and No Limit are 2-1 between Bet Your Money, Killer Bees, No Limit, and Real Deal. So if they end up in a tie, somehow four-way tie, those two teams, Bet Your Money and No Limit, would get in second and third place. Killer Bees would get kicked down into a wild card spot along with Real Deal, and they have to compete there. Real Deal is not going to get in on a wild card, so Real Deal is even in a worse position than Superfly, where he pretty much has to win and get in on the top three spot to have a shot. A whole lot of things can happen there. Certain teams can win, certain ones can lose, which probably will happen. So it could end up in a two-way tie, a head-to-head tie. Like I said, a lot of things could happen. So it's really going to come down to a direct head-to-head competition potentially if there's like a two-way tie for third. Bet Your Money wins, they lock up second place, and then Killer Bees No Limit wins, and Real Deal loses. They go head-to-head, and with any combination of those three teams that end up in a tie, they will go head-to-head and see who has won to get into that final three spot. Killer Bees at 789 points has also been scoring here of late, along with Illmatic, so they're in pretty good shape. So back again, if Killer Bees get in, then that opens the door. Actually, that could open the door for not only my boys, but also for Superfly, because if Killer Bees can get into a third place spot, Bet Your Money stays in second, then the next two highest scoring teams at that point, if Crusher stayed in third place, would be Superfly and Boys, barring something miraculous by No Limit and Bomb Squad. They would have to score like 150 points or something crazy. So, like I say, a lot going on, a lot can change. So the best thing is put your best foot forward, put your squad together, have some turkey tomorrow, and hope for a miracle for some of us, and see how it plays out. So anyway, fellas, have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we'll touch base and watch how things go, and then come next, it could even come down to a Monday night game as far as we know. So come next Monday, Tuesday, I'll definitely put it up there, let everybody know who's in, and get ready for the playoffs. So good luck, and we'll catch up with everybody then. Peace.